Hello everyone and welcome to Driver's Therapy. Today we have an awesome video in store for you because we just got our parts from Germany from Mr. Ortman. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but he is the #1 guy to buy parts from, well, new parts. And they got here in amazing shape. I will be making a video of the unboxing so you guys can see how it is to order parts from him. But let me tell you what we just got. We just got the chassis bushings. And we needed those because we couldn't move forward with a lot of the car until we had the body attached to the chassis. So in this video, we're gonna be attempting, and this is gonna be video 1 because the really cool thing about YouTube and social media and technology is that I could get your guys' help from all over the world. You guys are watching, I know for a fact, from all over the world, and I'm gonna be asking you for your help. And the reason why is because the order of the bushings is in the parts catalog, and somebody helped me out with a picture of how they remove them. But the parts catalog really doesn't tell you the order of certain parts of the bushings and the bolts and the washers. So when we start putting ours together, I want you guys to make sure that I'm doing it correct, and it's gonna help us out a lot. Now, we have a lot of videos in store for the S800 because, as you could tell, we moved out our cars. It's in the middle of the garage. So we're gonna be doing a lot. So there's gonna be quite a few videos of the S800 coming out here in the future. So you guys make sure you stay tuned. All right, let's go ahead and get started with trying to do the chassis bushings. So this is the diagram we're gonna be using for the chassis bolts and bushings. Now, this book is the Honda S800 and S800 Coupe parts list and the original one. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be deciphering the parts that we have here according to the parts catalog, and then hopefully we can start putting some bushings in. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for the past 2 hours, I've been working on door mechanisms, which we'll show you here in a bit, but Elise has been going and pretty much getting all of this in order, but I wanted to let her explain what she did. And we have everything, but we're just missing a few bolts, but here's Elise.
Okay, so what we did is we got all of the stuff that we got from Mr. Ortman, and then we looked here in the parts diagram. And we looked at the diagram itself, and then we cross-referenced to the items as Mr. Ortman had labeled them, and basically started putting together all of these sets. And it helped us identify the fact that we need a couple more things, but most of it is ready to go.
So while Elise was doing that inventory with the chassis bushings and bolts, I was working on this side of the car. If you guys weren't paying attention, the car is against the wall. I know you guys know that, but this side right here, it was against it, and we haven't done any of the door mechanisms or anything like that. So that's what I was working on. So what I did is I essentially got this door seal on, which is great, and I got one of the locking mechanisms on. And the great thing as well is that this part of the door handle was not on. So essentially I had to put this in and find the hardware for it. So we got that in there. And what we're gonna be doing here, because I need some hardware, is we're gonna be attaching the door mechanism here. And Ronnie is going to be sending me the button for the door handle. But here soon, we should be done with this door. As you can see, we're about 50% done with it. We've got some stuff installed, but we are on our way to getting more done. All right, guys, that's it for our update. We're really excited because we are one step closer, and that really gets me pumped up. Now, the chassis bolt is one of those things that is a game stopper until we get all the stuff in and we install it, because we can't add anything else to the car because we have to remove the dash and the gauge cluster because some of the chassis bolts go there. And essentially, we have to just get the body bolted down before we go any further. But let me tell you guys, once we do that, it is literally all downhill from there. We're gonna do carpets, we're gonna do seats, and we're pretty much gonna be done with the car essentially, and we'll be just left with the engine, and that is super cool. All right, guys, well, thanks for watching. We always welcome you to share this video. That always helps us. Share it with some friends, share it with anybody who might find it fun to watch some rebuilds. And also, if you subscribe, that really helps us out. It helps out the S800 community as well because it makes us bigger, gets us more of a presence out there because this car is amazing and it deserves the recognition that it deserves. I mean, it's really one of the best cars out there and it's so cool and I love it. All right, guys, you take care. Thanks for watching and we'll talk to you soon.